Testing, 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 testing. Well, I am sorry about that. I don't know what happened other than I was trying a different setting on the computer and apparently that did not work. So hopefully you're able to hear me okay now. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Yeah, I was trying a different setting on the computer to see if I could improve the audio, and I made it worse. I actually made it so that you couldn't hear me at all. So I didn't plan on doing another live stream leading up to Christmas and the New Year, but I got these two great packages. One package came from Susie from Minnesota, and the other one came from my buddy Bill O'Rourke down in Kissimmee, Florida. So I thought I would open these on the live stream. And then I'm also going to be moving after that into a packing job for this 301A that's going to be going to Minnesota. I guess everybody else gave up. I see we only have 3 people that kind of circled back and joined again. We had like almost 10 people that jumped on before. So maybe they'll eventually circle back and realize that the other live stream has ended. So good morning again to the persevering ones. Good morning to Susie and Beth and Emma as well, it looks like. Yeah, so I'm just going to jump into this. I don't have a real solid plan as far as what I plan to present other than just opening up this box from Susie to begin with, and then I'll open up this box from Bill as well. I'm just curious what they sent. And then I'm going to be, I'll probably just leave the camera running and I'll begin the packing process for this 301 that's going to be going to Minnesota to Bill Bradley. So let's see what Susie sent from Minnesota. So there's a card. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I'm going to raise this camera up a little bit easier. Easier for you to see, maybe. Here, let me move it over here. So this one came from Susie. Let's see what the card says here. Oh, it's a glitter card. These are always fun. It's a glitter card from Susie over in Minnesota, and it says, I will do my best to read this. I'll kind of let you look over my shoulder a little bit as I'm reading it, so if I miss anything, you can set me straight. So it says, enclosed are hats I made. Some of the other things like the clips and the tool are some of my favorite things. The old Needles Singer were in a grab bag of things I bought. I have no use for them. Thought you might. I enclosed another assortment of sewing machine needles. I have been going through my sewing supplies and had plenty to share. The little magnets go into a socket or tool to make it magnetic. The two Craftsman finger tools are so handy to have. They even ratchet. Have fun. I just wanted to share some of my favorite things. That makes me think of that movie from Sound of Music, doesn't it? Is that Sound of Music? These are a few of my favorite things. You know what I'm saying. I think it's Julie Andrews that sings it anyway. I got it. Let's see, what is this? She lost me here. Oh, I got iron-on hat press and was learning how to use it. So she was learning how to do these press-on things for the hats. We'll have to take a look at those. The hats are not perfect. I am experimenting and made them. I would guess the sewing machine needles will be of value to you, especially when you say you put new ones in the machines you repair. And I always do. I put them in when I first get the machine, and then after I do the live stream, I put in a brand new needle again for the customer. So I actually do it twice, Susie. I actually do it twice. Have a wonderful holiday season, Susie and Maya. Who is Maya? Susie, tell us who Maya is. M-Y-A. M-Y-A. I don't know that I've ever heard you refer to Maya before. M-Y-A. Is that a dog, a cat, a parrot, a goldfish, a child, a grandchild? Tell me it's not a dancing monkey. It's not a dancing monkey. But yeah, Susie will probably in the live chat tell us who Maya is. So let's look at some of these cool things that Susie sent. And I love this card. Isn't that a beautiful card? Hopefully you can see that okay in the shot. Beautiful, beautiful card. So these are the hats. These are the hats that Susie made. And she said she was kind of experimenting, learning the process of how to do them. These are brand new hats. Jiminy crickets. These are really cool. Oh, these are, Susie, you did a great job. These are beautiful. Look at that. Look at the front of that. Can you see that in the shot? Cow Country Vintage Sewing Machines and Restoration. That's beautifully done. Very, very nice. There's several of them in that color. Oh, this is cool. Look at this one. She like bedazzled it almost. She bedazzled it. Cow Country Vintage Sewing Machines and Restoration. That's a beautiful job, Susie. That's absolutely spectacular. Wow. Oh, and here's another one. It's got that glittery kind of a pink raspberry color to it almost. Very, very nice. Very nice. Hopefully you can see that in the shot. Maybe I need to get closer. That's amazing. Holy cow. And she has several of those as well. Another beautiful black one. I like the black ones too. Here's kind of a grayish hat with the pretty raspberry pink type of lettering on it as well. These are awesome. Ooh, this is a cool one. That's kind of a almost like a turquoisey one. Look at that with black lettering on it. That's lovely. I'm going to have to use these as like impromptu giveaways or something. Oh, and the lettering's totally different on this one. Look at the lettering on this one. It's kind of a scrolly lettering almost, isn't it? These are fabulous, Susie. I think you did a brilliant job, really. There's another one of those white ones with a really cool scrolly type lettering on it also. And then last but not least, a red one with black lettering. That's also really cool. So all in all, man, oh man, I got a ton of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A dozen of these that Susie made up for me and sent as a special Christmas holiday gift so that I can then give them away, I would assume, because I can't wear all 12 of these. I can then give these away as like impromptu contest gifts to people as well. So let me start that right away. If that's okay with Susie, I'm going to start this right now. Right now. I'm not going to give them all away. I'm going to give away, somebody type a number into the chat between 1 and 12. Somebody type a number into the live chat between 1 and 12. 1 and 12. And that's how many hats I'll give away to the first people that text my phone number right now. And when you text it, text the number, provide your name and address so I can mail one to you that Susie made up beautifully. She made these. They're gorgeous. So whatever number the consensus people type in the live chat is how many of these I'll give away. I don't want to give them all away, so don't type in 12. I'm not going to give all 12 away. No, 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 no. But type a reasonable number in the live chat. That's how many I'll give away. And again, all you have to do is text my phone number with your name and your address, and I'll mail one of these beautiful hats that Susie made up as a special holiday. Look at these white ones. These are really awesome too, with that super cool raspberry pink type lettering on them. Also really, really lovely. Beautiful, beautiful hats. This one I love too, the gray one. I don't think I'll give that one away. I don't think I'm going to give that one away. That one I'm going to hang on to. That's really cool. And then this one as well is super cool. I don't know. I like them all. Now I'm saying, why did I offer to give them away? Ha ha. So these are really nice, Susie. Really a beautiful job. Robin has said give 8 of them away. Mindy said 7. And then Emma said 2. Give 2 of them away. So I'm going to pick a number in between. I'll give 5 of them away. I'll give 5 of these hats away right now. If one of the leaders would not mind typing my cell number into the live chat, 920, or anyone can type it in for that matter, 920-454-0393. 920-454-0393. I'm going to give 5 of these away, which means I'll have a total of, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll have 7 left that I can hang on to. And, I'm going to keep one of them myself without a doubt. And Susie said she's just learning how to do this. I think she already figured it out. They're beautiful hats, beautiful, beautiful hats. And I might end up hiring her to make more of these, because people have asked for years. About either getting hats or shirts or something with Cow Country on it, and they said, I'll wear it so people learn about Cow Country vintage sewing. And Susie is taking that step now of making these beautiful hats. I'm going to give 5 of them away right now if someone wants to text that number. No one's typed it in the live chat yet, so I'm going to type it in the live chat. And then if anyone wants to text that number with your name and address, I'll mail one of these hats to you, up to 5. So let me set them to the side. I'll type in my number real quick. I'm going to set them right there. I think they're fabulous. I just typed my number in the live chat. If anyone wants to text that number, again, put down your name, your address, your complete address. I'll go ahead and mail one of these off to you. And if you saw one that really caught your fancy, I think they're all gorgeous. But if you saw one that really, really caught your fancy, and in your text message you want to put down, could I please get one of the black ones? The black one that has the really cool pink lettering on it. Can I get that one? Or can I get one of the white ones that has a really cool pink raspberry type lettering on it? Or I saw there was only one gray one that had the pink lettering. Can you sacrifice that one and mail it to me as a Christmas/New Year's type gift because of Susie's amazing talent and generosity in making these for the workshop? So, or maybe this one, maybe this is the one that really caught your eye. It's kind of a turquoisey one with black lettering. I don't know. I think they're all fabulous. And then these scrolly ones that are really groovy looking that also have Cow Country vintage sewing machines and restoration on them as well. And then there's only one red one, a red one with black lettering. That's also super awesome, cool as well. So at any rate, I'll let you decide which one you want to try to ask for, and then I'll mail them off to you first thing next week before the new year. What else did Susie include? Let me just look at these real quick. see what else is in here. Whoops, I'm dropping things almost. Hang on, hang on. Oh, interesting. These are clips or something, aren't they? These are super cool clips that you can attach. Holy mackerel, those are strong. Jiminy crickets. You need safety goggles. Safety goggles if you're going to use these suckers. Listen to that. You can almost use it like a mouse trap. So I'm assuming you attach this to something, and then you can hang stuff on it. Susie, do I have that right? You can attach these to something, and then you can hang something on them. They look like they're really strong. That spring is just off the charts. Jiminy crickets. Really, really cool. I'm not sure how Susie uses them, but I've got a couple of ideas in mind already on how I might be able to use them. What else do we have in here? I'll look at the live chat real quick too. Robin, I typed my number into the live chat, dear. I just typed my number into the live chat where it says Cow Country Vintage Sewing Machines and Restoration, 920-454-0393. All you have to do is just send me a quick text with your name, your number, or your name and your address. That's what I meant to say. Your name and your address and which one you have an interest in. And I'll see if I can go ahead and send it to you. And it's going to be the order. So if there's only one of them and that individual asks first, they'll get first dibs on it. So yeah, send me a text. Send me a text. What are these? Goodness, there's all kinds of stuff in this little package. See if I can get this open. Susie is serious about her packing. Look at that. Jiminy crickets. What is all this, Susie? What is all this? Susie has been watching my packing videos. She's like, I am going to stretch wrap this puppy to death. I'm going to stretch wrap this to death. Oh my goodness. And as you may have seen on a recent Facebook post I put up, it's in the negatives right now. So it's a little bit chilly down in the workshop today. It's a little bit chilly. And my hands don't work as well when it gets super cold. So I'm doing my best here. So here's a whole box of vintage Singer sewing machine needles. I don't even know what size they are. 16 by 231, size 14. I hope I open this up in the right way or they're going to drop all over the place. Holy mackerel, that's all full of needles in there. They used to really give you a lot of them. Look at that. It's packed out with needles. Literally packed out with needles. I'll have to check these out a little bit more closely. And then there's another box of these as well that Susie got. These are all sewing needles. And I think they're size 14 needles. So yeah, these would be a size 90. A size 90 needle is what all of these are. And then plus these on top of it, these are, let's see, 20/125. I'll have to look at these a little bit more closely to see exactly what these are, but these are more sewing needles that Susie included with this wonderful package of goodies that she sent to the workshop, along with these awesome hats as well. And if you want one of those awesome hats, you've got to text me send me a text on my phone, 920-454-0393, 920-454-0393. Operators are waiting. Call now. But there's more. But there's more. I feel like I'm doing an infomercial right now. This is totally crazy. This is totally crazy. And no one has sent me a text message yet. So I'm going to be able to keep all of these hats for myself because no one has sent me a text message yet requesting one of these awesome hats that Susie made. Nobody sent me a text message yet. I get to keep all 12. Awesome. Yes. Very cool. What else do we have in here? The giving just keeps on giving. Oh, these are fun. Watch this. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ha. Susie, I know I'm being naughty. I know I'm being naughty. I know. Ha. Yes. One of the greatest things in life, if you've never done it, I can't imagine that you've never done it. If you've never done it before, you got to get some bubble wrap. You got to get some bubble wrap for Christmas and for the holidays, and don't even wrap anything in it. Don't even pack anything. Just pop it. It's the greatest satisfaction ever. It's the greatest satisfaction. It just is. Hold on one second. I think I may have finally gotten a text message from somebody. Oh my goodness, what a hoot. All right, give me a second, you guys. Give me a second. I'm just opening this up here. Just opening this up. Okay. Let me see who sent a text here real quick. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Doggone it. Gee whiz, I just totally hit the wrong button. Almost got it. Okay. Robin sent me a text message. Robin sent me a text message, and she was the very first one. So she's got the pick of the litter, and she wants one of the white ones with the pink letters. White ones with the pink letters. Let's find one of those right now. Oh yeah, there it is. So this is the one that I'm going to send to Robin right here. This is going to go to Robin in Minnesota. This is Robin's in Minnesota right here. Let me see if that camera's actually even picking it up. Yeah. This one I'm going to reserve for Robin. Yep, she's in Minnesota. Robin in Minnesota. I'll mail this to you next week. And thank you again to Susie for making all of these amazing hats. Amazing hats. It's like glittery. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's this super cool pink raspberry blah 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 glittery type letters. They're just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. All right. This one's off for Robin. I'm going to move it to the side right now. All right. Hang on a second. I'm trying to hit the right buttons again. So Robin is the only one. Robin's the only one so far that has gotten a hat. I should create those infomercials where they only give you a limited amount of time to respond. I'm going to ask one of the moderating team members either Susie or Emma, or if there's any of the other moderators present, start a clock countdown of 10 minutes right now. 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, the offer during this live stream of getting one of these hats, there's only 4 left that I'm going to give away right now. In 10 minutes, time is going to expire. The offer's off the table. So if you're not like Robin from Minnesota and you don't respond within that 10 minutes, you're going to have to wait until I offer them again at another live stream. So you're going to miss out. Plus you get a Ginsu knife on top of it. Yeah, you can slice, you can dice, you can do julienne fries. I'm only making it up. It's like on the infomercials where they're always giving you more and more, but there's more. So at any rate, if you want one of these cool hats, the moderators are going to start a clock. They should have already started it with a 10-minute countdown, and then the deal's done. If you didn't respond by then, you don't get a hat, at least not now. And I think I just heard the phone go off again. So, from the great state of Florida, Emma just sent me a text message and she said, I trust you, surprise me. So I get to pick one of these out for Emma from Naples, Florida, and mail it off to her. So I'm going to give this a lot of thought, Emma, so I pick out the right one. I want to pick out the right one. So I'm going to have to give it a lot of thought. What do I know about Emma? Known her for a couple of years now. What are her favorite colors? Does she have imaginary friends? What are their names? And how does that all tie into picking out the right hat out of the beautiful collection that Susie sent me to send to Emma in Naples, Florida? So we have 2 hats that have already been claimed now. We've got a hat that I'm going to pick out for Emma. We have the hat that Robin wants. There's only 3 more to give away, and the clock is ticking. So if you want a hat, you better jump on it. Text my number, 920-454-0393. Leave your name on there, your address, and your hat choice. If you have a specific hat that just caught your eye, you better grab it while you can. Because if I don't give it away during this live stream, I'm going to give it away on another live stream, and you're going to miss out. And you're going to say, man, I wish I had gotten one of those hats, and you won't have one. You won't have one. No hat for you. So you better jump on it. You better jump. Jump. All right, what else do we have in here? We got this little package here that Susie included as well. What is it? Oh, this is a tool or something. It looks like a tool. I think it's a tool. These are all things that were Susie's favorite things, and she gave them away and sent them to the workshop. How generous and thoughtful is that? This is the season of giving, isn't it? Christmas and the holidays are all about giving, not just receiving. And Susie obviously takes that very seriously. This must be the tool she had described in her note. I'm trying to get to it. Susie is a serious packer. She's not messing around here. She's not goofing around. She's like, I'm going to pack this. So he's got to really work to get it open. May have to grab one of the torches here. Oh, and these are all the bits. These are the bits for the tool. You see that in the shot. Every bit size that I could possibly want. And these are Craftsman's ones. Craftsman, when I was growing up as a kid, I don't know if that's the case for you or not, but when I was growing up as a kid, Craftsman was like the standard as far as the best possible tools you could get. Everyone wanted to get a Craftsman whatever. because they built them to the hilt. And they offered these, if I remember correctly, wasn't it through Sears? Sears is the one that really was the driver of this particular product line. You went to Sears, you saw Craftsman, and then eventually they started introducing other type tools. But I think it was Sears that for the longest time, that's all they had. If you went to Sears and you didn't want to get a Craftsman, you better go to the candy section or the sock section or the underwear section, because if you want a tool at Sears back in the day, it was going to be a Craftsman. And that's all my dad bought. They lasted and they really worked well. So here's the other half of that. This is the actual gadget that you attach all those tools to. And there's even a little, I don't even know what this is, little eyelet. I guess you can hang the tool up as well, so you can access it more easily. This, I guess, loosens it up. Yeah. And you can go to work. You can go to work. Very cool, Susie. I feel bad that this was your favorite and you gave it up to me. You gave it up to me. If you need it back, let me know. We're neighbors. You're in Minnesota. I'm in Wisconsin. If you need it back for a job, if the toilet comes loose or who knows what, you send me a text message and oh, wow, look at that. Holy cow, I broke it. I broke it, Susie. It's supposed to do that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. All right, give me all your money. Give me all your money and nobody gets hurt. Yeah, give me all your money. Okay? Yeah. Very cool. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful tool set. Thank you, Susie. Thank you so much. Very, very nice. Wow. There's more, but there's more. Susie. Susie is a very generous lady from Minnesota. Just like, where is it? Let me just look at the chat real quick. Just like Robin is from Minnesota as well. We've got all the Minnesota folks and the Florida folks on today. I don't remember where Beth is from. I should know that. I'm sorry, Beth. I don't remember where Beth is from, but I think, yeah, Beth. No, I don't think Beth is from Wisconsin. That was somebody else. Jeez Louise. I'm going to hire Susie to pack all the sewing machines. I think she's got some stuff going on here. Jeez Louise, Susie. Right after we get done unboxing this stuff that Susie sent, and then we'll get into Bill's box. All of you know who Bill O'Rourke is, and all of you are getting to know real quick who Susie is. Emma, as well, is a household name. And so is Sunny, and a number of others that come regularly. Mindy is a regular household name. Mindy was originally known as, does anyone remember what Mindy's screen name was originally? I always referred to her by this name. And when she recently sent me a beautiful Christmas card, and then also sent me a very generous gift afterwards, in support of what I do here. She signed her card with her original screen name. Does anyone remember Mindy from Las Vegas, Nevada, what her original screen name was? Some of you veterans definitely are going to know. You're going to know. You're going to know for sure what Mindy's original screen name was. I'm still trying to get through this stretch wrap that Susie put on here. She is a serious packer. Jeez Louise. I'm going to have to take a break. Yes, Emma got it right. Super B. Exactly. So Beth is from the beautiful state of Kentucky, but was born and raised in Florida. She was born and raised in Florida. Very cool. So there's more needles that Susie sent as well. I'm not even going to open this pouch, but I've got Singer Universals here. On the back, I've got additional Singer sewing machine needles as well. Needles, 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 needles. And then I've got this one that is a Schmetz needle guide. Oh, wow. I love it. And then it even breaks out the parts of the needle. I've talked about this. There's 10 parts of the needle. Maybe this one maybe even has more. The tip or the point, the eye, the groove, the blade. See, I always forget to mention the blade. The blade, the blade, the blade. The needle size, it's color marked. The shoulder, the shank, the butt. No, I didn't swear. I said butt. I said butt. I did, but it's right there on the paper. Butt. Yes. So this is like a special guide that a pocket guide that Schmetz put out. My buddies at Schmetz. Oh, this one even has colorized blah, blah, blahs. Look at this. Schmetz has a special color bar for all the different type of needles that they make. They have universals, and they have, what is this? Stretch, jersey, jeans, leather, microtex, quilting, embroidery, metallic, top stitch. I'm exhausted. I can't even say them all. Look at all those needles that Schmetz makes. And then I wonder who picked out the colors. How did they decide that this particular color goes with this type of needle? Did they have like a big Schmetz board meeting? And everybody gathered around this long table and they said, okay, we need to decide today. Our only thing to decide today before we go to lunch is what color should we use for jersey needles? What color should we use? And someone piped up right away and they said, let's go with this orangey color. Let's go with orange. Can we go to lunch now? Yeah, let's go to lunch. It's that easy at Schmetz. They don't work a lot there, but they create some really amazing needles. Yeah, they do. Amazing needles. Thank you, Susie. I can't even believe all these wonderful favorite things that you gave up at Christmas and sent them to the workshop. Amazing. And we've got this little pouch. Holy cow, Susie. Susie, what did you do? Susie sent me more needles. Schmetz needles. Universal. It's kind of a variety pack of 70, 80, and 90. And then some jersey ballpoint type needles as well for jersey clothing and materials. I've got leather ones here. It's like a smorgasbord. Denim, quilting needles as well. And if Susie will allow me, I might also use some of these. Some of these I'm going to use in the workshop without a doubt. I'm going to use them. But other ones I might also use as some giveaways if that's okay with Susie. Because there's so many needles here. Jiminy Crickets, what are these? These are top stitch needles. I don't know that I've ever had top stitch needles by Schmetz before. I've had other top stitch needles, but I don't think I've ever had the Schmetz ones before. Absolutely amazing. Wow. And I've got more jeans needles, microtex needles, more microtex needles. Holy cow, look at this one. It's like a hippie pack. It's the hippie colors. All I need is a Volkswagen. This is amazing. It's called the 10 needle costume pack. The 10 needle costume pack. And there's every type of needle you can imagine in there. There's microtex, there's stretch, there's universal, there's jeans, there's top stitch. I've never seen these before. Has anyone else seen these before? These are so cool. They're calling it the costume pack, and it has every variety of needle that you could possibly want. You want to talk about a stocking stuffer. This is like the ultimate stocking stuffer for a sewist. It's the ultimate stocking stuffer for a sewist. And there's not just one of them. There's two. Now look at these. These are embroidery needles, and they have kind of a holiday border around them. I've never seen these either. They must only sell these in Minnesota. That's what it is. This is a secret that Susie and that Robin have been keeping. It's a secret that they've been keeping, that all the really, really cool needles are only sold in Minnesota. They're only in Minnesota. Why? I would almost, if I can get stuff like this, I would almost consider becoming a Vikings fan. Okay, I've got to edit this now because I can't say that. I'm going to get a nasty note from Brett Favre and from Aaron Rodgers saying, Scott, really? Seriously? You said that on one of your live streams? That you would become a Viking fan to get the cool needles? You're going to sell us out for needles? Seriously? Yeah, I might do it because they're that cool, Aaron and Brett. I'm sorry, guys. You get needles like this in Wisconsin, I'm back on the team. I'm a Packer guy forever if you can get me needles like this. But these are only sold in Minnesota, apparently. And Robin and Susie bought them all, and now they're divvying them out. So yeah, it's the holiday spirit, Brett and Aaron Rodgers. So you get me some needles, and I'm back on the team. What else do we have? We got more of these. The stick natal embroidery needle. I've never heard of that. Has anyone else ever heard of that? The stick natal embroidery needle? What is that? I got no idea. I've got no idea. We got to try these on a live stream because I've never seen these before. And then we've got these universal packs as well, these huge universal packs with needles all the way from size 10 all the way to size 16 as well. Look at this. I talk about sew-off sandwiches and the Sewing Olympics. These are all brand new needles that Susie generously, along with all the other goodies you've already seen, and there's more in the box, sent these all to the workshop as a special Christmas gift to me and to the workshop so that I could use them and also share some of them if that's okay with Susie as well. Amazing. I got to set these down. I'm getting a hand cramp. There's so many. It's like cramping my hand. I got to hold it up. I got to hold this with two hands. It's that heavy. It's that heavy. It's amazing. Wow. And I've got this one too I've got to open. All right, I'm going to try to get through this one. We still got to do bills, and then I'm going to do a boxing after this. A packing type video after this. What's in here? Universal angle drill something or other. Let's see what this is. Somebody's gonna watch this later on that wasn't at the live stream. They're going to be watching this later on as a video, and they're going to be saying, is that true? Is that true that they only make those needles, that they only have them available in Minnesota? And we're going to have people contacting the Minnesota government, the state board or whatever, and they're going to be saying, why do you guys get favoritism? Why is Schmetz sending those super cool needles only to you guys and not to any other state in the union? What's that about? Oh, these are interesting. I don't even know what they are, and they're interesting. These are more gadgets and more tools. All right, I'm gonna have to get on the phone with Susie. These are some sort of a ratchet set, but I'm gonna have to get on the phone with Susie and find out exactly what these are and how to use them. These are a special type of ratchet set or something or other. And I'm going to have to get on the phone with Susie or via email, and she can say, Scott, this is how you can use them. And this is what I used them for, because these are all her favorite ones. So Susie used these at one point. I'll have to find out how I can use them as well in the workshop. Definitely. I'm going to stick those back in there. Very, very nice. I'm overwhelmed. Quite honestly, I'm overwhelmed. And we've got this as well. Looks like more tools, more gadgets. Let's see what's in here. This is a magnetic something. I can see that through the packaging. Oh, okay. This is a nut or bolt magnetic insert. Magnetic insert. And this is also by Craftsman as well. It's a socket insert. And this is something I can definitely use as well on some of the machines, without a doubt. Something's dinging. What was that dinging sound? That was fun. Somebody's sending me messages. This is fun. Lots of new gadgets I've got to figure out how to use. I'll have to get Susie's help in figuring some of these things out. Or you know who else is real technical? Maybe Robin is technical too, but Emma also is real technical. Emma's a very technical gal. Look at these. It's like a boy and a girl thing going on here. The boys in blue, the girls in pink. Although any of you vintage aficionados know, because I shared this on my tour of Kopsche down in South Bend, Indiana, when we did that fundraiser for them, when we got to tour the mansion and all that. Back in the day, blue was actually the color for girls. Blue was the color for girls originally because they were more calm and they were placid, like calm waters. And boys were pink or red because they were fiery and pernicious and wild and uncontrollable and untamed and all that sort of thing. And then at some point, marketing people got together, kind of like the Schmetz people before they go for lunch. A bunch of marketing people got together and said, let's flip it. Let's make the blue for boys now and the pink or the red for girls. What a bunch of rebels. What is that about? So whether it's boy, girl, or girl, boy, there you go. I got more tools now. And that is, I feel like I need a break, you guys. I need a break after that unboxing of all the goodies that Susie sent to the workshop. I mean, it's incredible the level of generosity and the sharing that she just gave through all of these items. And now I have the opportunity with her blessing. I have the opportunity now with some of these things during live streams, during premieres, whatever, to all of a sudden say, okay, whoever can tell me what year such and such happened, or when was this machine first rolled out in production? And then I could start giving some of these things away, to keep the giving going, to pay it forward, sort of a thing, because of Susie's generosity. So, wow. Thank you so much, Susie. I don't even know what to say other than thank you. It's overwhelming, all that you did. And these hats that you came up with, we got to get together and work out a deal to keep these into production. Maybe we'll go to Shark Tank together or something like that, and we'll really make this a big enterprise. We'll make this a big enterprise. All right, give me a second, you guys. Almost got it. I'm so close. Okay. So I'm going to pack all of these goodies up that Susie sent. And then we'll have a chance to see what Bill O'Rourke sent from Kissimmee, Florida. That's where Bill lives. Or as locals that really know how to pronounce the name say, locals that have a clue, it's not Kissimmee. Hello, it's Kissimmee. It's Kissimmee, Florida. Sorry, Bill. Sorry for saying that. I know you, yeah, whatever. All right, let me move Susie's goodie box off to the side. You got to feel the weight of this to give you an idea of not only all the cool things, but the weight of this as well. It's just crazy. Okay. So Bill sent this one, and I'm not going to give you all of his secrets. Any one of you knowing that Bill is from Kissimmee, Florida, with all of our technology now, with all of our technology, you could probably find out where Bill lives, right? You could find out where Bill lives. But I'm not going to give all of his secrets away. I'll just say that he lives on a street that carries the name of an Australian animal. Bill lives on a street carrying the name of an Australian animal. That's all I'm going to say. You're not getting any more. You can text me. You can send me notes through Facebook Messenger. I'm not going to tell you where Bill lives. All right? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. No. All right. So let's open Bill's now. And see what Bill sent to the workshop. I got to show you how he addressed this package too. It's fun. I'll just cross out Bill's address. So Bill, being a wild rebel guy, he addresses it to Maestro Scott Geller. Maestro Scott Geller. He didn't say Cow Country Vintage. He didn't say Scott or Yo Scott or something like that. He puts Maestro Scott Geller. So Bill, having retired as a choir director and being a wonderful soprano singer, I think he's a soprano singer. Anyway, he sings really high. He thinks I'm a maestro. Yeah. Hopefully a maestro with sewing machines and not a maestro with directing choirs, because this is all I can do in directing. You know, a little bit of bounce. All right. Now the cellos come in. Come on, cellos. All right, violins. All right, oboes. I can't hear you, oboes. Give me more. All right. So let's see what Bill sent now. Bill, what did you send? I hope he didn't mail his bird. Bill has birds, if you didn't know that. Bill has birds. And I wonder if he mailed one of his birds. I don't hear any sound, so that's probably not a good sign. I'm hoping he didn't mail one of his birds. That is some serious foam right there. I love it. I'm going to reuse that. There's a Christmas card from Bill. Whenever I mail Bill something, I always address it, and it's got to get the post office down in Kissimmee, Florida, buzzing. Because whenever I send something to Bill, if I mail him something, I've mailed him a couple of musical instruments as gifts because he likes to restore them, and I've sent some other things to Bill over time. I always address it, the Honorable Bill O'Rourke. The Honorable Bill O'Rourke. It's got to get the post office buzzing, because that's usually only reserved for like high-ranking politicians and judges and stuff like that. So they're probably wondering, what did Bill do? What's his secret job? What did he do? I thought he was a retired choir guy, but he was in the government at a high level at some point. Yeah, I can hear the conversations down in Kissimmee, Florida right now in that post office as they're getting ready to walk up to the door and wondering whether or not they're on surveillance. They're on surveillance because he's the Honorable Bill O'Rourke. That's the way I write it anyway. So this is the outside of Bill's card. A very cool, traditional, vintage-looking Santa holding a bag with some goodies in there. It almost looks like a recycle bag. I wonder if he's being green or something like that. And this is a hidden message of recycle, recycle, recycle. And then inside, Bill writes, "My dearest brother Scott, thank you for being such a blessing to me. Your gift of friendship is the greatest gift of all. God bless you Your friend Bill. Have a Merry Christmas. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful, beautiful, kind message by the dearest friend that I can say that I probably have ever had. He's one of the dearest friends I've ever had, and I've never ever met Bill face to face. I hope to meet him face to face someday, but the bond that we've developed over the years that we've been working together is just off the charts. Such a dear friend and such a wonderful heart this man has as well. Such a wonderful heart. All right, now let's see what he included in here. I hope it's not one of his birds. I hope it's not one of his birds. Bill got a heck of a sale on this foam. He got a heck of a sale. This was like the bonus pack. Very, very nice. All right, what do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do you got in here, Bill? Some pretty, very pretty paper. This reminds me of the paper that my grandmother down in Indiana, my dad's mom and father lived in rural Indiana. If you want to Google a city sometime and see if it still exists, you can Google Morocco, Indiana is where my grandmother and grandfather lived, and where we used to travel down and visit them all the time when I was a little boy. And grandma always wrapped things in cool paper like this. So I looked at this paper when I opened Bill's box, and you know how sometimes you'll smell something, you'll see something, and it right away triggers a memory. Triggers a memory. I right away was teleported back to my grandma and grandpa's little living room, which in their living room, if you can imagine, because it was just a tiny little house, they had one of those old-fashioned cast iron stoves that generated the heat for the entire house. So if that air wasn't moving and you weren't getting that heat into the back bedrooms, you could literally have frost on the walls. I remember that one time I was in one of the little back bedrooms where Grandma and Grandpa said I was supposed to sleep, and I ran my finger along the wall and I actually got frost on my finger because the heat wasn't making its way back that way. But, in spite of all of that, they were very simple people. They had one of those, you remember those pumps? They had one of those pumps where I would pump water when Grandma was getting ready to make dinner or something like that, and then carry it back inside. And that was in the winter and everything else. And then sometimes I had to walk out there. Any of you that ever lived on a farm or ever had one of the old-fashioned type pumps that you've actually seen, you know that you have to sometimes prime the pump. So you go out there in the wintertime, with a kettle full of hot water, and you have to pour it into the pump and work the handle at the same time until you start to get the water flow coming up. And then you're able to get the water that you need. Of course, as soon as you walk away, if it's cold enough, like it is in Wisconsin right now, as soon as you walk away, that pump freezes up again. And you got to do the same thing again and again and again. And yes, they also, until they eventually got indoor plumbing, they also had an outhouse on the hill. And you had to walk up this steep hill through the snow, sometimes in the middle of the night. And you had to go up to this outhouse. And it was one of those outhouses that rocked from side to side when it was windy. And of course, I have one big brother, 4 years older than I am. And big brothers and big sisters, they always want to find clever and new ways to torment their siblings. So my big brother, Rick, always had stories about what could happen to me when I went up to use Grandma and Grandpa's outhouse. Stories of what had happened to other family members that you never saw anymore because they had gotten eaten or consumed, or they had fallen through into the outhouse bottom depths and they were never seen again. Now, you'd think I'd have enough common sense to think that he's making it up, but a lot of these stories were so believable, I would always be shaking when I was going up to the outhouse thinking that was my last walk. I wouldn't be walking back to the house because I'd be gone, just like the other family members that preceded me, and there was no evidence that they were ever there. They're gone. So anyway, this is a special opportunity during the holidays. now that we're grown-ups, to remember those stories of how our siblings tormented us even during the holidays when we were wee little kids. Yeah, you've got your own stories to share. I'm sure you do, with your sisters, your brothers, cousins that would find ways to make your life horrible even during the holidays. But now you can laugh about it, right? Yeah, you can laugh about it. And then as you're walking by the family food line, give them a quick little jab in the ribs, to remind them, yeah, that's your payback now. That's your payback for all the torment you gave me when I was a little kid. Yeah, payback time. All right. Well, let's take a look now at this. I'm almost reluctant to destroy this beautiful paper. Let's see if I can open it real carefully. Beautiful paper. Wow. Bill's got it wrapped in such a way, I don't know if I'm going to be able to not destroy it, but I'll try. Oh, this is interesting. I've never ever heard of one of these before. I'll show you the front of it. I don't know if this is actually what it is. This might be what it actually is. I'll show you the front of the box. It's a holiday music jukebox. And if any of you watching right now during this live stream or watching this later as a video are saying, juke what? What is a jukebox? What's the story on that? If someone wants to take the initiative to Google real quick the history of jukeboxes, how did they come about? When did they come about? Who developed them? Who created this? Who made that? What was the first music that they played on a jukebox? Blah, 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 blah. That would be super cool if you're willing to take that initiative to tell us a little bit more about jukeboxes. Now, Bill sometimes messes around with me, so whatever's on the inside, because the box looks different on this side, it might not even be a jukebox, but we can still learn about jukeboxes nonetheless, right? Holiday jukeboxes. Let's see what's in here. Move my pretty paper to the side. That's actually what it is. Bill was not messing with me this year. Put this over to the side. And I don't know if it actually works. I don't know if he already put batteries in it or if I'm going to put batteries in it or what's going to happen, but let's see. You want to talk about something that's totally Art Deco. Totally Art Deco. Looks like it came from the 1950s. This is really, really cool. Very, very cool, Bill. I'm going to try pushing a button. I don't want to be disappointed and go, it's Christmas Eve. What do they say the most depressing words on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning are? What are the most depressing words? Batteries not included. Batteries not included. So I don't know if batteries are included or not. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Come around that time train now, it's Christmas time again. Peace on earth will come to all if we just follow the light. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Hopefully you can hear that. That's Michael Jackson. That's totally Michael Jackson. Gosh, I hope you can hear this. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
Santa baby, Just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl.
Bill, I love it. It's amazing. I'm gonna have to clear some things off the workbench and find some room for it. And every Christmas, as long as I'm doing this, I'm gonna have this out and we'll kick on some tunes. I'll probably knowing YouTube now with just those quick little songs that I played, I'm guessing that this live stream will get flagged. This live stream will probably get flagged now with those two or three little songs that I just played. It'll get flagged for copyright. You wait and see. I bet you I do. I bet you I get flagged. But it's absolutely awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. See if I can get it out of the box completely. I think Bill has it taped in there somewhere else. Bill, what did you do? Glue it to the bottom, buddy? Well, at any rate, I won't try getting it out of the box during the live stream because I'll probably do something embarrassing like break a chunk of it off or something like that. But what a cool gift. The Mr. Christmas Holiday Jukebox. The Mr. Christmas Holiday Jukebox. You know, I've never seen one of these before. It's really, really nice. Very, very nice. Thank you, Bill. And thank you to Susie again as well for the incredible generosity and gifts of all the goodies that she sent as well. That I can turn around and hopefully I always feel like an Oompa Loompa on a step stool or something like that. I can now share, not this. I'm not gonna share this, but I can share maybe some of those goodies that Susie sent as well to the workshop. So with that, the live stream is over. We're done. But I'm going to keep the camera rolling. As I begin to pack up this 301A that's going to be going to the same state that Susie and Robin live in Minnesota. This is heading towards Minnesota to Bill Bradley. I always want to say Bill Daly. I think that's from a movie. But Bill Bradley, this is going to Bill Bradley. This is the one that he bought on eBay. It was all messed up. I mean, like a lot of the sewing machines that are sold on eBay, they're messed up. But he had the wisdom and the foresight to say to the seller, don't send it to me. My alarm's going off. This is exciting. He had the foresight to say to the seller from eBay, don't send it to me. Mail it to this guy in Oconto, Wisconsin, so he can go, give it the once over. And there was a lot that the machine needed, but it's just sewing up a storm now. If you didn't see that live stream, you can check out the live stream of Bill Bradley's 301A that he purchased on eBay with the idea of he wants to give it to his daughter and to his wife as a belated Christmas and to kind of bring in the new year with this 301A from 1953. So you want to check that out. It's really a great live stream. All the live streams are great, but this is a good one too. So that's what I'm going to start doing now. I'm not going to be looking at the chat. I'll look at the chat right now real quick. And I'm just going to keep the camera rolling. If anyone's never seen a 301A get packed before, you'll kind of be looking over my shoulder as I'm doing my thing over here. We'll get this all packed up. At some point, I'll end the live stream. And then I'm going to have to race over to the post office and get this mailed off to Bill in Minnesota. So if Robin or Susie are out and about and they all of a sudden see a tote like the ones that I use, a tote like this, they all of a sudden see a tote like this being carried by a postal employee, you're going to say, hey, I'll bet you that's Bill Bradley's machine out for delivery. I'll bet you that's Bill's machine out for delivery. And you're probably going to be right. But I have no idea where Robin and where Susie live. Actually, I do, but I'm not telling you. I don't know if they live close to Bill or not. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know if I know where Bill lives. I hope I do, because I got to mail this to him. Having the address, it could be helpful to the post office. Unless I just say to the postal employees, hey, do you know Bill Bradley over in Minnesota? And they'll say, of course. Yeah, we know, Bill. Can you deliver this to him, please? They'll say, yeah, it's our job. Rain, sleet, and snow. We're always delivering stuff to people. And they're so smart. They're a government agency. Even though they're losing like lots of money, they're still smart. They can find Bill. So I really don't need an address. When I pack this up, when I get done with this little clip of packing this up, I'm just going to write on the top of it, deliver it to Bill Bradley. Let's see what happens. Let's live a little bit wild this holiday. Not go with something definite like putting an address on there. That's overrated. The post office deserves the benefit of the doubt. They deserve the benefit of the doubt. So I'm just going to write Bill Bradley, shoot it off. And we'll see how long it takes to get there. If it ever actually gets there. I better put the address on there. I'm going to put the address on there. Yeah, I am. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas to Beth, who's down in the great state. I think she said she's down in, say Oklahoma, right? Beth is originally from Florida. I think Beth said she's originally from Florida, but now she's in Oklahoma, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Kentucky. I'm losing my mind. Why did I say Oklahoma? Okay, for the record, delete, rewind. Beth does not live in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a great state, but she's even in a greater state of Kentucky. Yeah, she's in Kentucky. Dr. Singer whispered to me, Beth lives in Oklahoma. I should have known it was wrong. I should have known it. Dr. Singer, come out here. Take some ownership, buddy. Take some ownership and admit to all of our friends that you whispered to me, Beth lives in Oklahoma. All right, just, you're not going to admit it? Come on, be a man. Okay, whatever. Well, he did say Oklahoma, but it's Kentucky. It's Kentucky, Dr. Singer. You naughty boy, you naughty boy. Ah. All right. Well, God bless everybody. I'm going to just keep on doing what I'm doing over here. And you have a great, hello to Stephen as well. I didn't even say hello to Stephen. Hello to Stephen. See if I missed anybody else. Hello to Kevin and Doreen. And I already said hello to Susie. I said hello to Robin. Robin is from Minnesota. She's not from Oklahoma either. Nope. Said hello to Emma. Emma's not from Oklahoma either. She's not from Kentucky either. She's originally from New York and now in Florida, and at one point was in Boston. And that's all I'm telling you about Emma. All the rest is top secret. Need to know. And I think I said hello to everyone else. Yes. I said hello to everyone else as far as I know. I hope I did. Including I said hello to Beth Works, who does not live in Oklahoma. Doggone it. No one lives in Oklahoma. Beth lives in Kentucky, in spite of what Dr. Singer said. He's wrong. But I know of one person, at least one or two people that live in Oklahoma. And there's also a real cool, if you didn't know this, there's a real cool interactive vintage sewing machine museum down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you want to Google it, you can Google it. Sewing Museum, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So maybe there's no one that lives down there, but they at least have a museum because my friend WK runs it. And eventually I'm going to make it down to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And he and I are going to do a project together. And I'm going to get a tour of the museum. and we're going to hang out. We're going to drink Diet Cokes. We're going to have some cold pizza. And we're going to talk about Beth, who does not live in Oklahoma like WK. She lives in Kentucky. Kentucky, Dr. Singer. Kentucky! Get it right. We're all about fact checking on this channel. And he almost goofed me up. Thank goodness Beth wasn't shy. And she jumped up and she said, I don't live in Oklahoma. I'm in Kentucky. Kentucky's a beautiful state too. I was there once, a long time ago. A lot of hills, just beautiful place. All right. So I'm going to continue now with packing this. If you need to tune out, tune out. But now I'm shifting officially. We're shifting officially from unboxing with all the goodies that Susie sent and the goodie of this that Bill sent. And we're moving from unboxing to boxing. I'm going to box this now. Box it. So I might even crank this on and we'll listen to some tunes while I'm boxing this. We'll see. I might put this up by the camera, see if the camera can hear it. I'm just curious if you guys can hear this or not. Hold on a second. I'm going to push one of the buttons on this. Tell me if you can hear this, please. Wait a second. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
It's Jingle Bells if you can hear it. Listen.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun to ride and sing in a one-horse open sleigh, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
That's got to be Bing Crosby, right? That's Bing. That's Bing Crosby. Ha ha!
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse
Open sleigh. All right. Well, I'm going to transition now into packing up this 301. If you need to bow out to take care of some things, bow out by all means. This will be a resource to someone afterwards if they have a 301A and they're needing to pack it up. So, and at this point, I'm not going to be looking at the live chat. I'm not going to be watching the live chat. So if you type something to me and ask a question, you'd be better off just texting me and asking the question. And that way I'll be able to see it. I'll be able to see it. Yeah. So cool. Look at this. So you could hear that. Emma could hear it. Beth could hear it. Susie could hear it. Ron could hear it. Ron, hello to Ron as well. I didn't say hello to Ron yet. Ron could hear it. And yeah, I'm going to get flagged. I'm going to get flagged now. YouTube is going to say, you're usually really good, Scott. You're usually a really good, compliant guy. And now because you're mad at Dr. Singer for saying that Beth lives in Oklahoma, not Kentucky, now you're all renegade and rogue and crazy. And now you're saying, I don't care about copyright anymore, YouTube. I don't care about copyright. So I'm going to play the jukebox that Bill gave me, knowing that you're going to send me nasty notes. Like Emma said, they're going to flag it. They're going to send me a flag and say, you're out of here, buddy. You're out of here. We're going to send you to the YouTube penalty box, which happens to be, by the way, in Oklahoma. That's where YouTube has their penalty box. So if you don't hear from me for a while, it's because I'm down in Oklahoma where Beth does not live, Dr. Singer, and they're going to have me locked up for a while. I'm going to be locked up. So if I can get my address out down in Oklahoma where they have me locked up in the YouTube jail for violating copyright, if you could mail me, some marzipan or mail me some Dinty Moores, or maybe some chicken noodle soup, or whatever. If you could mail me something, because I don't think the food is good when you're locked up in YouTube jail. I think it's horrible. I think it's worse than anything you can imagine, but it's worth it because I'm going to crank some more tunes on now. Ha ha! I don't care. YouTube. Yeah, baby. 12 days of Christmas. 12 days of Christmas. I got to get this out of the box so we can hear it more easily. We got to get it out of the box. I don't know how Bill has it attached, but it's really stuck in here really good. Bill, what did you do? Like super glue it? Did you super glue it, Bill? Oh, I see what it is. Duh. It's got this little locking thing on the back. I got to unlock it to get it out of the box. Jiminy crickets. They're so thorough these days. It's like putting on your seatbelt when you're on the airplane or something like that. All right. Now hopefully I can get it off, and then we can hear it even better. Since I'm already going to YouTube jail, I might as well just totally go against everything. Yeah. It's going to go against it. Yeah, I am. Now we can really hear it because the speaker's on the back. We actually had it pointed the wrong way. Play one song. Oh, wow. It's even got a switch here. You can play one song or you can play an 8-song cycle. I wonder how that works. Let me flip it over and see. I hope it doesn't start smoking. Let's see what happens now. An 8-song cycle. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to pick Joy to the World, Silent Night, or maybe it just goes through all of them. We'll start with Jingle Bells. All right. I hope you can hear it. God bless everybody. See ya.
Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun to ride and sing in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. You turn around, rain, now it's Christmas time again. Peace on earth will come to all if we just follow the light. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Big Santa, let's sing along, it's reindeers pulling on the rein. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So jump in bed and cover your head, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Peace on earth will come to all if we just follow the light. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. And
That was definitely Michael Jackson. That was definitely a very young Michael Jackson.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
5 gold rings, 4 calling birds,
3 French hens
2 turtle doves
and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a laying,
5
Golden rings.
4 calling
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden
rings,
rings,
4 calling
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 milk and milk and 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden
rings,
rings,
4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
on the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies dancing,
8 milk and milk and 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden
rings,
rings,
4 calling
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 larger
and
leaping,
9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a milk and 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold rings, 4 calling
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
on the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
I sent 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping,
9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold rings, 4 calling
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves.
and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping,
9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden rings,
4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge say, tis the season to be jolly. La 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 darling, now I'll get a pill. La 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 la. Cold ages, Yuletide carol. La 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 la. Oh yeah.
This will have to go separately in the tote because it's going to be sticking out too much from the case. So we won't put it in the case. And if you see me handling this 301A, I mean, like it's super light. It's because it only weighs in at about 16 pounds. The featherweight 221, introduced at the Chicago World's Fair in 1933-34, weighs in at 11 pounds. This is only 5 pounds heavier. A lot of people don't realize that the big sister to the featherweight, the 301 and the 301A, like this model from 1953, are only 5 pounds heavier than the actual featherweight. It blows their mind away because it's a full scale machine, not a half size machine. So really quite a difference. I'll give us a little bit of a break from the Christmas music just for now. So I'm going to set this to the side. You go into the tote separately. Now what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to probably end this live stream in a little bit, is I'm going to add extra padding to the upper tension. I'm going to add extra padding to the stitch length control area as well. These can get bent or broken even under extreme circumstances if the case takes a big hit. And then I'll also add a little bit of extra padding to this plastic housing that the power cord and foot controller plug into as well. So what I do is I create little pouches from bubble wrap like this. I'll add that to it. I'll stretch wrap around that. And then I'll also create a cocoon of bubble wrap around the entire machine. I just have to remember to keep that padding up a little bit higher so it'll fit back into the case again. Because the case has a special little wedge on the side. See if I can show that to you. The way this case is built, it's got a special little wedge in the back. And then it also has a special little wedge over here to kind of corral that 301 or 301A in here so it's not banging around. So when I create that that fortress of bubble wrap, I've got to create it up a little bit higher so that the machine will still slide into this little compartment space in here. Otherwise, we'll try to slide it in and it's not going to get past this point, and it's going to stick out too far from this point too. So it's a little bit trickier of a machine to pack, which is why I decided to shoot this live stream to show folks this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do to fit it into that space. Yeah, this is what you got to do. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Looks like it's probably about an inch up that I'll have to start the bubble wrap so it'll fit in there still. And if I do it wrong, we got to start over. That won't be any fun. I think I'll do okay. All right, I'm going to continue doing this. Again, I'm not looking at the live chat. So if you need to try to reach me, call me or text me, and I'll try to pay attention to the texting sound. 920-454-0393. 920-454-0393. Yeah, something like that.
I said, 'tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Darling, now I'll get up here. La 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 la. Throw the engine, you'll die terror. La 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 la. Oh and all drive round under the tide. Oh, ever so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Ooh, sleep in heavenly
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun to ride and sing in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Come around lunchtime, play now, it's Christmas time again. Peace on earth will come to all if we just follow the line. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, while Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Dicks and the Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling all the rain. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So jump in bed and cover your head, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. He's on earth will come to all if we just so let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing. A ring. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
3 friends spent
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds,
3 friends spent
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
5 gold rings, 4 calling
3
birds,
friends spent
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5
rings,
golden rings,
4 calling
3
birds,
friends spent
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans of summer,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5
rings,
golden
4 calling
3
birds,
friends spent
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 milk and milk and 7 swans of swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden
rings,
rings,
4 calling
3
birds,
friends spent
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 3 friends spent
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 larger leaping,
9 ladies dancing,
8 maids and milk, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold rings, 4 calling
3
birds,
friends spent
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to
I
me
sent 11 pipers piping, 10 larger leaping,
9 ladies dancing,
8 maids and milk, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold rings, 4 calling
3
birds,
friends spent
2 turtle doves.
and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 trumpets drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 larger leaping,
9 ladies dancing,
8 maids and milking, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold rings,
5 golden rings,
4 calling birds,
3 friends spent
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test this to see if we can get it into the case. Hopefully I left enough of a buffer along here that it's going to fit in there and that the back will clear as well. Once we determine that, then I'll go ahead and build up this padding just a little bit more. Once I see how much clearance we have from front to back, I'll add a little more padding on the top as well so that it's snug as a bug inside of the carrying case. And then if there's any gaps around the machine inside of the carrying case, we're going to fill those in with either foam or additional bubble wrap so that it's just really, really tight in that space. And then we'll build a similar fortress, even heavier, around the case itself that's going to go inside of that tote. And that'll ensure that this, even though it's only traveling to Minnesota, I never look at just the factor of the distance. I think about the haste and the anxiousness of those USPS workers during this heightened season of the holidays, and how they're going to be handling this and shoving it along and pushing it and maybe even dropping it. So we're going to build it as if we're shipping it all the way to Europe or to China, even though it's only going next door to Minnesota. Like I always say, you hope for the best, you hope for the best, and you plan for the worst. You hope for the best, you plan for the worst. That's my packing method. And that can be your packing method too. Yeah. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed that I left enough clearance on the bottom. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And you can see how we had to take into account that wooden piece that's on the rear of here, and also this wooden piece that's on the side also, in order to tuck it in there so that it would fit perfectly. Well, we've also taken into account that we want to pad it as well. So this space over here, we have to fill it up with a bubble style wrapper foam. We even have a little space over here and a little space over here as well that we've got to tuck that all in there so that it's just like almost like a mama wrapping up a baby inside of a swaddling cloth that they're going to be stepping out into the cold air. They don't leave any gap points where that cold air can get in and touch their baby. They tuck it in there completely. So that's what I'll do next is I'll tuck this in, tuck that in, tuck that in. But first of all, I've got to do some housekeeping, and I've got to write a little bit of information on here that's going to give Bill some clues as to what to do when he opens up the case. So we'll do that first. And then we'll also build this up just a little bit more as well. But you can see what you have to contend with. You see you have to contend with these cases. This little bar right here that holds that machine, it kind of presses against the back of the machine right down here so that it's not going to be wiggling around too much. And then this presses in from the right to hold that machine nice and tight and to keep it nice and snug. And then we also have to take into account the vertical clearance over here on the back of the machine, because it has this mount on here where you can slide the foot controller in there when you're not transporting the machine. You don't want to ship a machine with a foot controller just snapped in there like this. I've seen people do that. It's very dangerous because even though this cradle holds it in there pretty safely, it doesn't afford any shock protection or any impact protection if the case gets destroyed, like the recent one that we got from Oklahoma from David and Sarah. Remember that base and part of the top of the case was destroyed as well in shipping. So we don't want to just put something that's fragile like a foot controller into that carriage when we're shipping it, through the mail. When you just have it around the house or you're going really nearby, it's fine, but not for shipping purposes for sure. So we might build this up a little bit more, but again, because of that foot controller carriage, I don't want to make it too bulky on the back. Otherwise, it's going to push the machine forward, and we're not going to be able to close the front of the case without stressing the hinges on it. So we'll have to kind of keep that in mind. We'll add a couple more layers, but not much. Okay. And I'm incredibly impressed. I just glanced at the laptop real quick. I have 3 diehard friends and followers that are still hanging in there for this packing. So I've got to be considerate of those folks and wrap this up pretty quick. So I kind of described what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and, as a courtesy, it seems like it should be pretty obvious. You can kind of see the form of the bed there. And if you didn't catch it, before doing all of this, I also took the bed itself and I went around it several times with stretch wrap, so that when I pressed it into the faceplate area, it had a little cushion in there, and that way there's a little bit more cushion when it's pressed against the front of the machine and shipping. Let's see. I'm not going to write on there yet, but what I'll write on the front of here eventually is I'll write the word front. Duh. I'll write the word front. On the back, I'll write back. And then I always try to write, if I can, I try to write a little message across the top of the machine to the customer, just thanking them, showing appreciation for them making the investment of sending the machine to the workshop here. This one by way of eBay, where the customer bought it, and then shipping it all the way back to Minnesota again to Bill Bradley. So with that, I'm going to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that kind of stuff. And thank you again for being a part of the live stream. Those that were here before, those that bowed out after I got done with unboxing the goodies from Susie and from Bill. And then I moved into this boxing. So we kind of had a dual live stream today, didn't we? We were unboxing things and looking at the methods that those shippers used to send some goodies to the workshop. And now you're watching a little bit of my packing process and getting this 301A ready to go to Minnesota to Bill Bradley. So we've covered all the fields today of unpacking and now packing. And there's a lot more steps to do, but you've caught the gist of it. So hopefully you can apply these principles if you have a 301 or a 301A, or if one is being shipped to you, on what to do to safeguard the machine. Obviously, we're going to add some extra padding to the bottom as well, because we've got enough vertical clearance. And then I'll add just a few more wraps around the body of the machine. And then, like I showed you inside of the case, those empty cavities that are around the machine once it's in the case, I'll fill those in as well with extra bubble wrap, and make sure that it's as snug as a bug inside of the case. And then I'll build a fortress of bubble wrap and stretch wrap around the outside of that case. Make sure that the hinges are secured as well with stretch wrap. And you always do that whenever you're shipping something. So you'll take a case like this. And before you go around it with stretch wrap with the machine inside of there, you go around it like this to secure these hinges and to secure the locking clasps as well, so that they don't pop loose and make that machine vulnerable, by the case somehow opening or being compromised in some way. So that's the first step, is once the machine is inside of here, go around both of the hinges and the locking clasps, and then you go around the entire case with stretch wrap, and then you go around it with a fortress of bubble wrap, more stretch wrap, more packing tape, and then ultimately you've got a nicely cocooned case with that machine tucked away safely inside. And then we get that inside of that waterproof tote that I use, and then we secure that tote, and then we get her down to the post office. Post office around here closes right around 4:30 Central Time. So I've got to step this up a little bit and get this done so that I can make it to the post office before they close at 4:30 my time. And we've got some bad weather rolling in as well, so I want to try to get there before I have to haul this through some bad weather also. It's going to be protected inside of the tote, but I'm not inside of the tote, so I don't want to get wet and frozen carrying this. Take care, everybody. God bless you, and Merry Christmas. Yeah, looks like we actually gained another person. So I'll keep the camera rolling for now. Let me keep the camera rolling for now. This will be the last live stream this year, which again, because I played Bill's gift. If you didn't see it, if you joined a little bit late and you didn't see what Bill sent me from Kissimmee, Florida, he sent me this really cool holiday jukebox, and I was cranking some of the tunes on here, and in all likelihood, YouTube is going to flag me for playing music that isn't endorsed by them or licensed by them, and I'll get flagged. But oh well, it happens, right? So Matter of fact, I'll play some more music. What the heck? I'll play some more music and be a rebel. Unless the battery died. It might have died. I might have totally wore out Bill's batteries. It looks like we have AAA alkalines. Let me see if it's working now. Okay, now it's working. Maybe it's not working. Batteries are dead, I think, huh?
Get the walls above your party. La 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 la. Oh yeah. I said just to see us be jolly. La 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 la. Darling, now I'll be a hero. La 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 la. Told the ancients you will die careful. La 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 la. Oh yeah.
round your bosom,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun to ride and sing in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's come around lunchtime, right now it's Christmas time again. Peace on earth will come to all if we just follow the light. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling all the rain. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So jump in bed and cover your head, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Peace on earth will come to all if we just follow the light. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight. So let's give thanks to the Lord above, cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
The Lord will come, and be free and free. Every heart with that in room, and heaven is to sing, and heaven is to sing, and heaven and everything. And wonders of his love, and signs and wonders of his love. I'm gonna stop making fun. I'm just an old Santa Claus.
little tree.
Bring me some shoes with lots of soul. Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 little doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
on the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
5 gold rings, 4 calling
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
on the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden
rings,
rings,
4 calling
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden
rings,
rings,
4 flying
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maize and milk and 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden rings,
4 flying
3
birds,
French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
on the Ninth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. 9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
5 golden rings,
4 flying birds,
2 French hens,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
on the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
10 lords a leaping,
9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a milking, 7
7
swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold
golden
rings, 4 flying birds,
2 French hens,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
on the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
10 lords a leaping,
9 ladies dancing, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying,
5 gold 4 flying birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves.
and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. 12 flowers coming, 11 lights sparkling, 10 lights a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying,
5 gold rings,
5 golden rings,
4 flying birds,
2 French hens,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
All right, I'm going to end the live stream now. The next steps that I'll take is to create a real nice cushion on the bottom of the box so that when it goes into the tote, along with a field of packing peanuts, it's going to have a real cushy ride over to Minnesota. I'm obviously going to go around and build a cocoon around this as well. We already have the machine cocooned inside. We're going to cocoon this as well. And so we'll have basically 3 or 4 fields of protection for the machine that is on the inside of this case if something horrific happens between Wisconsin and Minnesota. And that's about it. I hope you all enjoyed at least seeing this portion of the packing, and you'll apply these principles if you're shipping and or going to be receiving a 301 or a 301A. Because of the case design, they require a little bit of a specialized packing method, which I hope I've been able to demonstrate during this live stream. That's it. Take care. And Merry Christmas to everybody.